This is another episode of What's on My Mind. And what I actually recorded a video. I actually recorded this video at least a dozen times over weeks. I started recording it before the No Kings protest. Then when it happened, I stopped, took a seat back, and then after the White House ballroom got destroyed, that what prompted me to actually make this recording. We're going to start out with the protests. And with the protests, it came down to, we don't like Donald Trump. He's acting like a king, a tyrant. Which, is a good protest. I love it. Do the protest. That's what this country, is proud about, that you can use your freedom to do that. We are one of the very few countries that can without getting shot down in the street. But in terms of the No Kings protest, I don't think it has any type of teeth. What do I mean by that? Like with me, in terms of ice cream, if Bluebell comes out today talking about green mint ice cream with chocolate chip pieces in there is the best ice cream ever, I would boycott them. I would protest. I would boycott. I'm boycotting Cold Stone Creamery. They were selling $15 paints of ice cream. Half a paint of ice cream for $15, $20. I think it was $20. I get it. Then look at the ingredients. Bioengineered food ingredients, high fructose corn syrup. You're not going to charge me a premium price for non-premium ingredients. That's me. Now, let's rewind it back so you know that I will boycott anything. When people had the chance to boycott, they say no kings. Most people just grift. Because if you say no kings, and you might as well add no queens in there as well. Majority of governors have been in office for more than 10 to 15 years. My state, my governor in Tennessee has been in office for more than 10 plus years. He got right to work within the Constitution right now, to where many people on the Republican side, don't pull yourselves up by your bootstrap. Oh, I hate this. I hate them libs, hate them liberals, but yet are working 2 jobs, and the wife is working a job just to put food on the table. But the policies that governor is creating, you can keep Tennessee Republican. Just get a different type of Republican that doesn't believe in 100% Republican. A lot of the people that's in Congress have been in there for years. They get in when they're 20. Now they are 80 plus years old. Mitch McConnell fell while walking. Fell over. Nancy Pelosi. She's the female version of Skeletor. They had one, I think she died, singer, one of the career politicians. She was in a wheelchair. She went to a nursing home or intensive care for a year, not voting on one bill, nothing. When she passed away, from CNN to NBC, said she was a good person. She helped out so much and she did so much. Not doing that last plus year of her life. That was selfish. She should have gave up the power then. She's a millionaire. Everybody in Congress is a millionaire. With the insider trading, don't want to block that. They get free health care. Free healthcare. That's sound like kings and queens to me. Why do majority of them have a savings account of $60,000 to $100,000? Sounds like a king or some low. They're like dukes in the lower echelon, but they are rich as hell. Why do they need to have free healthcare? I expected people to protest that. We protest just to protest and boycott. When things matter, nobody does. This is on the right and the left. This is a people issue. When Johnson & Johnson had baby powder, everybody and their mama used Johnson & Johnson baby powder. And it came out, oh wait, it caused cancer? I expected everybody to look up Johnson & Johnson baby powder in all of their, sub companies and boycott. Didn't happen. People boycotted Disney over Jimmy Kimmel. I owned Hulu before Disney bought Hulu. I never owned Hulu. I never owned Disney Plus. Why, you say? And I never will own it. Because when the Asian couple went to Disneyland, they asked, the restaurant, no shellfish? They said no. The lady ended up dying because he had fish. She was severely allergic. You sign up for any one of these programs, these apps, you got to go to arbitration. If you go to Disneyland, you get hurt, your kid dies or something, you can't sue them. You have to go to arbitration. I expected people to boycott. It was a guy I used to work with, Clay. He was hardcore Republican. I'm like, why do you support Disney? I know my reason for not supporting Disney. I don't like what they're doing to Marvel. They're making a mockery of it. Why are you not supporting Disney? Well, I like the shows and it keeps me entertained. But I'm like, he has a problem with the LGBT and all of this pushing upon the kids. Hypocrite. I'm like, they kind of like that child pedo stuff. Hypocrite. He still got it. I guarantee it. I point that out because if you are on the hardcore right, on the hardcore left, and you vote down the line, you are part of the problem. For the people who made fun of the No Kings protests, you are somewhat of the problem. What do I mean by that? And I'm going to try to keep my thoughts cohesive here. We're going to go back in time. Ronald Reagan, with his policies, made California to where California is always blue. He also did trickle-down economics, which, free trade, whatever, but that destroyed the middle class. That pushed it. Before he was in office, probably had like 10 or 15 billionaires in America. Now we have 1,000. As of 2025, the numbers can be fudged. And the trickle-down economics, when he got out of office, to follow that plan, because that bill hasn't been passed yet. So you can absolve Ronald Reagan, but that was his plan. He was going to enact it. He couldn't get it pushed through. Income, not the Kennedys, but here come the Clintons. I almost got mixed up on that. Bill Clinton passed it, and he destroyed the middle class. All his policies mirror Ronald Reagan. Just because he played the saxophone and all of that, and he the coolest president ever. The 95 crime bill, and just that policy he helped pass and push through, made it to where people losing jobs, meal factories or whatever, to where you can just leave high school, have a wife. She don't got to work if she doesn't want to, but she could. You could buy a car too, have a garage. The American dream was still there. Then it slowly went away. Fast forward. George W. Bush. A lot of people voted for him out of fear of socialism with Al Gore and, climate change or whatever. I believe he was trying to do the recount for, I think it was like 700 votes or whatever. Mysteriously, things went missing and stuff like that. We're not going to get into rigging the vote because I could point to like 6 times in key history where it looked suspicious. But let's stay on topic. When 9/11 hit, George W. Bush did one of the most dangerous pieces that he ever put into law or passed. And that's the Patriot Act. When he passed the Patriot Act, it gave away the rights of the American people. And then Operation Just Cause to go to a war. To where you had no rights. Let's fast forward. Now, actually, we're going to stay on Bush. You could not criticize Bush because you would be unpatriotic. The Dixie Chicks dared to do this, and the Republicans counseled the Dixie Chicks. Lost it all. Now I think they changed their name to just the Chicks. They left the Republican Party. Fast forward, after Bush, after his terrible policies, people in middle America and rural America was losing everything. We were in a bank crisis, and drug money kept us afloat. Incoming Barack Obama. Barack Obama did the same thing. He's Bush 2.0. He pushed so many policies. He extended the Patriot Act to where they don't like you, they can label you as, they can hide you. No just cause, no nothing. Hide you away. He gave away more rights. He went 0 to 100 with it. He built internment camps and cages for the illegals. He deported a lot of illegals. And he was a high-tech warmonger. Just because he wore a tan suit, jokes aside, he did everything that Bush did, to a degree. Everybody criticized him on the right of putting his feet on a historic desk in the White House. Bush did the same thing. Let's fast forward. First term Trump wasn't like this. Second term Trump is unhinged. Now I get it. Everybody didn't want another Clinton in there. And that goes to the DNC. They pushed out Bernie. You look it up. Oh, well, yeah, Bernie got pushed out. I was ready to vote for Bernie. Everybody was ready to vote for Bernie. Because if you don't understand, people didn't vote for Bernie, or the DNC didn't want, him to run because socialism, they think there's going to lose them the race. There's socialism in America, a little sprinkle. If you hate socialism to the teeth, get your kids out of public schools. If you hate it, stand on business and don't go to public schools. When you get older and get ready to retire, and you see that little check, you can go back and do the math on it. And by the time you hit the threshold and what you paid into Social Security, stop accepting Social Security. We have socialism in America to a degree. Military, they sell you socialism to defend capitalism that the rich profit off of. But let's go back to Trump. Trump, when his first term, he wasn't like this. And I'm speaking to the people that voted for him on the first term. and supported him all the way through in the second term, because these same people voted for George W. Bush. And what he allowed to do, and what, with 9/11 and all of his policies, Katrina, when you bring this up, it's like they wash their hands with it. Nobody ever voted for George W. Bush. When you bring this up, it's like, oh no, I didn't support. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. People put their white cloak on and they're free from the guilt of what they caused. And I'm talking to Republicans on this. Full disclosure, I voted for Trump on the first term. Doing Hillary or whatever, my brother say, oh, it's gonna cause a war, you're gonna do this. And this is before I really dove into it. So after he did the policies of the tax change, I pulled back. I'm like, whoa, them tax changes, we're making more money with the economy, but with the tax change, you can write off a lot less. The average American, if you're traveling for work, you can write off so much more. If you're traveling nurses and stuff, you spend gas, this and that, you can write off and get all that money back. So when he did that, and people educated me on Trump's history and all that, I knew I had to have some due diligence and really sit down and look at everything instead of having a tunnel vision. This one, I did not vote on it. In fact, I couldn't. I tried to get the mail-in ballot. My ID said one thing, and long story short, I wasn't gonna go back 10 hours back to do the whole spiel, and I'm thinking he was gonna lose, and long and behold, he actually won. Trump is Bush 3.0. And right now, I don't see a lot of people on the right talking or criticizing this, because first term Trump and second term Trump are two different people. He's unhinged completely. He put a military base, or he's planning a military base. He got gifted a $100+ million jet aircraft from Qatar, and the fact that he's putting a military base in Idaho, a Qatari air base, a military base, jets and all, on American soil, the first of its kind. And I don't see anybody, and I mean anybody, talking about this. I don't see not one Republican protesting this. From the veterans that's long gone and dead, they are rolling in their grave. The people that's retired, I don't see them complaining. The people that's active duty, where are you? Where is everybody? You might as well give everybody suicide vests and tell them to pull a ripcord whenever you feel like it. They fund terrorist organizations. You could have chose Japan, South Korea, Canada. You could have chose whatever. China has already have multiple locations by silos. I don't see not one person boycotting this. There's a lot of talking. Now I'll be right there marching. You can have your MAGA hat, and I can just be hatless marching with you. Like, yeah, where's people? Where's the boycott of this administration? The fact that Barack Obama, and mind you now, Trump right now is Bush 3.0. Barack Obama was Bush 2.0 with his policies. Where is everybody? I don't see anybody talking about this. And the fact that he demolished the East Wing. Now, I'm thinking he's gonna dig into the side of it and then extend it out. No, it's completely gone. This was in the 1900s. This was built without approval. Without approval. What? A ballroom? You want to, and people, y'all not understanding the ballroom. He wants it bigger so more billionaires can get in there. And then you talk about America first, and he putting Qatar on military land, on U.S. soil. And then you talk about, it's pull yourself up. What are we doing? So the rich get richer, special interests. You got BlackRock and Zillow buying up single family homes to where people still want to buy their first starter homes, living in trailers. What are we doing? Completely destroyed it so he can build a ballroom so people can dance and have caviar and $15,000 plates and line their pockets more than they already are. I don't know. I don't understand it. I broke that down to show people left and right. If you are voting down the line, you are part of the problem. I made all them examples. Most of these presidents, just because they got the D or the R in front of their name, they have the same policies. A lot of your stuff hits home. Local elections. I used to live in Memphis, Tennessee. I remember it was $230 for my registration, the little sticker. $230 for a vehicle that was in 2005. They don't give a fuck. Some people are paying $550 in other states. Where I live now, the most it has ever been was $35. The lowest it ever been, because they had an influx of money. They were like, we're gonna throw this here so we can lower the price. $5. $5. I think he was Republican or he's an independent. People where I live at don't vote down the line. It's a mixed bag. If you still blinded to the notion that you don't want to pay reparations, oh no, black people don't get over it. It happened 300 years ago. F reparations. I'm bringing this up for a reason. You are paying reparations. Native Americans, every month they get a check. They can go to any hospital in the U.S. without paying not one single bill. They get a whole land, police force, of their own. Now, it's kind of rough in those areas, but they get a check every month and they don't have to pay for health care. Yeah, I need to get outside the box and vote differently. Don't vote down the line. A lot of this boycott stuff is, they boycott if they are nice and talk to you sweet, you don't boycott them. I boycotted Kellogg's when the workers wanted the American people to help boycott Kellogg's. My boycott stem longer because in Japan, in Europe, the bullshit is not in the food like it is in America. And a lot of the people that's watching this video, or if you got kids, the cancer rates from European nations in Japan is so much lower than it is in America. They don't have all that bullshit in the food. But that's what's on my mind. I had to get that out. I don't like what's going on with this current administration. If you agree with me, if you don't, let me know. I put it in the comment section down below. But that's what's on my mind. We got 3 years. 3 years. And I guarantee you, it's going to be a blue wave. But right now, this is, I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. But anyway, till next time, this has been What's on My Mind.